What is happening, folks? Welcome to another episode of Thursday Night Theory and Ear Training for Guitar. This is episode 4, and tonight we're going to be doing an intro to the Nashville Numbers system. Okay, now what is the Nashville Numbers system? It's going to be using the major scale that we've learned in Thursday Night Theory number 1. And using that to label our chord progressions, okay? So we learned how to use it to build chords. So what we're going to be doing tonight is using those intervals to label our progressions. So what I mean by that is we're going to put a number on each chord as it pertains to the key we're in. In other words, if I'm in the key of G, G is my 1. We've already established that. So then that would make A 2. So if I had a song like, say, Tennessee Whiskey, that would be a 1, 2, 2, 1 progression, because I'm just using G and A minor. So you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, you're as sweet as strawberry wine. Now I don't think that's the key that he does it in, and that's obviously too high for me, but that's the idea. Alright, so why is this important? Well, it's important for so many reasons. If you're in a band where you've got an acoustic player who uses a capo, and then maybe a keyboard player who uses a transpose button, and you're a lead player and you like to tune down, well, you're all going to be speaking a different language. If I'm tuned down a half step and I've got a E flat to an A flat, well, and my acoustic guitar player is in standard tune, well, he's going to have to use a capo up here to get an E flat and play those chords that way. Our keyboard player is going to be in something like C or A minor, so he's going to go from A to D. And so we're all speaking a different language. But with the Nashville number system, I can say, oh, well, I'm going from the 1 chord to the 4 chord. And if everybody knows what that means, then they can just go from, well, what key are you in? Well, I'm in the key of E flat. Okay. And then they can adjust accordingly. And that takes a lot of deciphering out of band practice. Also, as a solo musician, I go out and play and sing sometimes. And I don't always do these songs in the key they're in. So like I said, I don't even know if that's the key that Tennessee Whiskey's in. I actually think it's in A. So it would be even higher. So yeah, I would need to put that where I would feel comfortable with it. So I might try it in D. So okay, let's just use that for an example. If I'm in the key of D, so D is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2 is what I'm looking for. I know that's an E. So let's see how that sounds. Say, you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, you're as sweet as strawberry wine. Okay. And also there are tricks you can do, just like I did that little that little trick doesn't lend itself in other keys quite the same as it does in D. And there are other things in other keys that don't lend themselves to the key of D or E or whatever. So there's a lot of reasons you might need to put a song in a different key, and knowing this number system will help you do that effectively. Alright, so the song we're going to use to teach with tonight is not really that one. It's going to be Lean On Me. All right, let's try this in the key of G first. We're going to use the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. Now later on, we're going to get into the 2s, just like we just did with that 2, the 3s, the diminished 7, maybe even a minor 4, borrowed chords that aren't even in the key that we borrow them. 5 of 5 is a thing. The minor 6 is a thing. 5 of 6 is a thing. So there's a lot of stuff you can do in this Nashville number system. But tonight we're just going to look at the 1, 3, and 5 chord. So in the key of G, G is 1. We already know that. Let's find out what 4 is. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's C. That's our root note to C. So, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a D. Okay, and we should know, since that's the 5th fret, that's going to be the same as the next string open, which is D. We build a chord on that. So in the key of G, our 1, 4, and 5 chords are G, C, and D. So we're not going to put all the walks in to Lean On Me. They're cool in there. But for the sake of changing all these keys, we're just going to leave them out so you can just hear the chord very clearly. And what we're going to do is we're going to do these in the keys of the acronym that spells caged. Now this is not a lesson on the caged system and what I see a lot of people doing with scales using that caged system. But the keys in that acronym are keys that every guitar player should be familiar with and be able to transpose freely between all those keys. So C, A, G, E, and D are what I call guitar-friendly keys. Okay? So right now we're in G. So let's just see. It's going to go 1, 4. Let's see. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Okay? So I use the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord in there. But let's say, all right, that was right in my sweet spot. But let's say I want to push my voice a little harder because maybe I want to play this song and maybe I want to modulate up to give it more energy at the end of the song. So I can't very well put a capo on right in the middle of the song and play it up here. So I need to learn to play it in the key of A, which would be my next guitar-friendly key. So A, and this is fun because now we can look at the A scale from the open position here. Okay? If that open A is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my 4. That's the open D. So my 4 chord is going to be D. There's my 5, and that is an E note. My 5 chord is going to be E. Alright, so I have A, D, and E. Let's see how those fit into this song. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, and so on. Alright, so that pushed me a little harder. Okay, but okay, let's just say we have a guest singer, and they do it in the key of C. So that's the next one up. So there's my C. That's our new root note. 4. So if you know what that is, what chord is built off that? That's an F chord. C, D, E, F. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, C, D, E, F, G. Alright, so my 5 chord is going to be G. So, alright. And instead of trying to go higher, I'm going to come down an octave. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Alright, let's assume we still want to add the modulation and now bring it up to the key of D for our big finale. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Okay, now what I do there, I was in the key of D, so let's identify 1, 4, and 5 in the key of D. 1 is D, of course. D, E, F, G, A, D, E, F, G, A. So G is our 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A is our 5. So what all have we done? We've done G, A, C, D. We have one more guitar-friendly key to play out of, and this one's going to be E. Alright, so let's identify that E major scale here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B. So our 4 chord is A, our 5 chord is B. And I'm going to use a B7 in this one to spare us from trying to do a bar chord. So, lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Alright, so I use my root chord, or my 1 chord, my 4 chord, and my 5 chord in the keys of C, A, G, E, and D. And that's how I found them. I just find that major scale, identify the 1, 4, and 5, and it makes a cool little shape. You can 1, 4, 5. In G, they're here. It makes like a little L shape. 1, 4, 5. In the key of C, they're here. Okay? Now, when you get on the open strings, you can still do that. That's E, or A, or D. Okay? Or if you saw that linear, you would just walk up the scale. Your 5th fret and 7th fret. That's cool, like especially if you're in drop D and you need those chords, or if you're just playing a big heavy blues in E. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again, you can refer back to Thursday Night Theory episode 1. That'll give you that major scale in linear form too. So you can very well use your 1, 4, and 5 that way. If we did it in G, it would all just move respectively. Okay? So that's a little intro to the Nashville number system, and we're going to have a lot more fun with this, but that will get you started and learn to listen for those 1, 4, and 5. 1's easy. 1 feels like home. In fact, let's do a little bit of ear training right now. I'm going to play a couple of progressions, and I want you to try on your own to figure out what order the chords are in. These first few, I'll just start with I'll make sure I start with the root chord, and then I'll either do 4 or 5 in different orders, and let's see if you can identify those. Okay, that one you should have said 1, 4, 1, 4. All right, let's do a different one in a different key altogether. This time, this is your root note. Okay. Okay, on that one, should have been 1, 4, 5, and that 5 went for 2 measures. Then I just repeated it. Let's do one more here, completely different key. Threw a little quick chord in there on you, but that was a 1, 5, 4, and a quick 5 back to 4, and then repeated that one. So challenge yourself while you're listening to music, and as you're learning music, challenge yourself to find those 1, 4, and 5 chords. Now, when I was first learning to hear these, we didn't do the walk and lean on me tonight, but that's what I would use when I was trying to tell if something was a 4 chord. I would just imagine, even if the walk wasn't in there, I could just imagine that little walk to the 4 chord. And if I could imagine hearing that, if the song went, if I could hear the boom, dong, 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 then I knew, okay, that's a 4 chord. So there you go. I hope that's helpful, and thank you for tuning in to this week's Thursday Night Theory and Ear Training. And don't be shy about leaving me some comments and suggestions and any questions, if you got any questions. And I will try to respond to those as soon as possible. Make sure you like and subscribe, and by all means, keep tuning in and keep learning along with us. Thank you again.